What's up, everybody? I'm Z, and this channel shows you the world through my lens. I got a number of messages about this, and I saw some posts which I immediately tried to swipe away from and ignore. Um, yeah, so okay. Um, I have to admit, when I got the message, and the crazy thing is, I even got messages about this in like my group chat with my friends who do not listen to these artists. But then all of a sudden was getting like texts from them like, oh, and actually the funniest thing is that the text, if I'm remembering correctly, read, "Yo Z, somebody dissed your boy," or something like that, and I was like, "What? Somebody dissed who? What are you talking about?" And so like obviously my boy would be YB and somebody would be NLE. And I have to say that when I heard about this, I was a little bit confused. And I think I still am a little bit confused. Because from my understanding, you know, NLE, I, I guess the thing that I'm confused about is like, what is the motive? Why are we doing this? Um, yeah, like, I see, I'm just trying to look at some of these messages. NLE had some free Young Boy songs, a couple of them. Um, so I'm just not sure where this is coming from. And for me, whenever I'm seeing like beefs or disses and stuff flying, um, I think a big part of it is trying to understand, oh, like why is this happening? So I'm very curious. I'm also curious to know how direct it is. Um, but as I searched it and I see the thumbnail, and it actually looks like he's got a YB lookalike kind of begging on his knees. He looks different. He's bald. He's got the Timbs on. He's kind of giving me like Tupac vibes, like the way he's dressed in the thumbnail. So, guys, if you thought you're coming into this video for a quick reaction of like, oh wow, yeah, and then it's like over in 6 minutes. When it's disses and stuff, I definitely try to have slightly longer videos. Really pay attention to what's being said. If there's visuals, see what's going on in the visuals. So we will be pausing. We will be talking about what's going on. But right off the bat, yeah, I'm definitely confused. I'm not sure what the motive is behind this, what caused this. But maybe that will become clear once we get into the track. I'm also seeing like I see Screwface reacting to this, but does Screwface typically react to this genre? Like I'm not sure he reacts to YB much, right? So interesting, but you go where the trend goes, I guess. Here we go. Don't step any further. Okay, so we're definitely going for the Pac vibes. I mean, you don't choose this beat. We got Pac vibes off the bat. We got some boxing vibes. Don't step any further. Hey, I was quiet for a minute, now I'm breaking up the peace. Insomnia, time to wake you niggas out your sleep. I say I'm on them, they in the coma, it's time to dome them. Headshot goner, you can smell the aroma. Young boy, what? This the big boy league. I put wanna be a gut under the Jesus piece. Last thing that I... Okay. So it's very direct. He's already directly said young boy. So far, the visuals are very interesting. The visuals are giving me somebody who's paying close attention to what the fan bases kind of tend to claim. And I've seen a number of these claims. I've seen a number of people claiming that YB is the Tupac for this generation. I've seen people compare him to Michael Jackson in terms of like the craze. I think obviously sometimes the way he moves and dresses, you can see he also himself has, you know, I think great admiration for like MJ. You see a lot of like influence in it. So I mean, right off the bat, visually speaking, it seems like we're addressing, we're kind of taking a visual diss approach. So the fact that he's using those, you know, those characters, and then lyrically, I mean, he's already talked about some violence. So okay.
And now I'm breaking up the peace. It's on you. Time to wake you niggas out your sleep. I say I'm on them. They in the coma. It's time to dome them. Headshot gone. You can smell the aroma. Young boy, what? This the big boy league. I put wanna be a gut under the Jesus peace. Last thing that I heard was Jesus, please. Have me looking at the devil like this is your king. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Damn. So he's saying that YB's in basically, you know, cahoots. I heard that word over the weekend. And I was like, I haven't used that word for a while, with the devil. You know, man, okay. This is interesting.
I put wanna be a gut under the Jesus peace. Last thing that I heard was Jesus, please. Have me looking at the devil like this is your king. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. You run, you just a pun on the devil chest. Boy, you're done. I'm trying to step some blitz, some wet one, stretch one. What you can do, I can do better. Rip you all together, all black and some leather. I eat bullets and shit, Berettas. Rifle with my chopper, Winchester.
Okay, so the KO thing that he's doing is actually very catchy. That kind of feels like an earworm situation. I feel like you could walk around and just randomly like have that come into your head. The KO. We have some boxing reference here. You know, obviously it's called KO, so I think that's probably the direct connection. I think the interesting thing there was him throwing away the gun and then taking off his belt, but then he was literally like whooping him in his butts. That was kind of an odd visual to see, but you know, I mean, I'm still unclear. What his beef is.
Got all black and some leather. I eat bullets and shit, Berettas. Rifle with my chopper, Winchester. Bet your bottom dollar top shot. A pack of heat. Iron Mike, cause the motto I'll put a nigga to sleep. We can bang this shit out for all the real niggas. The house and the field niggas. I'm trail nigga. I rock nation steel nigga. Cut the head off the snake when I deal with him. So it's on like Scarface.
Okay, I'm lyrically a little bit surprised. He's you know, doing well lyrically. The flow is interesting to me because it's got heavy Pac influence in terms of the way he's kind of putting emphasis on certain parts, dragging certain parts. It's very Pac-esque in terms of his delivery. So that's kind of throwing me a little bit because, you know, I don't know. It's just like, it's Pac. You know what I mean? Like he's one of my favorite artists of all time. But lyrically, he's his rhyme schemes, his patterns and all that. I'm pretty impressed so far.
Steel nigga, cut the head off the snake when I deal with him. So it's on like Scarface, Al Capone, Lucky Luciano, Don Vito Corleone, and I bury all you cockroaches in your homes and catacombs. Stole the bones, I'ma leave smoking. When the smoke clip, cry smoke, good tears. It's hunting season on the wall of weird head hunting souvenirs. KO, I'm Moody. Don't step any further. Step any further, nigga. Purple rain, don't stop with 2 Glocks on me, twin flames, trying to bring a demon pain. I'm losing sane. I got a bullet engraved on it.
I'll bring the demon pain. See, he's doing a lot of this, like talking about him, you know, being in bed with the devil. He just said demon. So there's a very good and evil kind of situation that's happening here.
Step any further. Step any further, nigga. Purple rain, don't stop with 2 Glocks on me, twin flames, trying to bring a demon pain. I'm losing sane. I got a bullet engraved on it. His name clip like a dick dump until it's all gone. That's a sex change. This shit get deep in a rap. Can't give a fuck about the streets. Y'all wasting me to decease him. So
is he trying to do a Muhammad Ali?
This shit get deep in a rap. Can't give a fuck about the streets. Y'all wasting me to decease him. So I'm the reaper to greet him. I'm the leg bums away down. Go to 4. 10 was the count, nigga. don't want no more. Let's see who macho for real. Like me in the room with your eye, make your pimp squeal from his grill. I'm gonna cock and let you taste the iron. Blow your head off your neck like a dandelion. Come on, bitch, boy, sugar, honey, iced tea. Here, he, she, man, bro. I put them leg carrots in your ass. Now he wearing the colostomy bag. For a pound, I'm kinda inside trying to castle him.
Damn. A colostomy bag? Yo, y'all gotta fill me in, because I feel like when you make a song and there's like a either, you know, even let's say a somewhat direct line in it dissing somebody, or a subliminal in it dissing somebody, it's like, okay, maybe we're just kind of sending some shots because something you did made me feel some type of way. But I feel like when you put out a song and the entire song is about dissing one person, I feel like that's a bigger deal. Like something must be going on. Fill me in down below, guys.
Man, down. I'm booty. Clean up on the outright, nigga. If you cross that line, don't step any further. Step any further, nigga. You poison the youth.
I mean, look, and the other thing is like he's using a lot of revolutionary black resistance, you know, symbolism throughout this video, which is very interesting to me. Like I'm this angle, like I hope that he kind of maybe, you know, expands on that so that we understand why he feels that way about it.
Don't step any further. Step any further, nigga. You poison the youth. Nothing positive you do. You the reason niggas beating bitches thinking that it's cute. You send niggas to do what you wouldn't even do. Role model, you would never fit to shoot. Just a nigga with emotion.
Damn, okay. That's interesting. I mean, I know that NLE has kind of tried to change his, you know, vibe and stuff, because some of the early NLE stuff that I reacted to, I was quite shocked at not just the lyrics, but the visuals that were going on. I was like, yo, this is messed up. You know, but obviously he's had a bit of a shift in his direction that he wants to go to. And now he's talking about YB is the reason why, you know, people are beating their wives, saying he's a bad role model. I definitely wouldn't suggest for you to model your life, everyday life, after YB, but I could probably say that about the vast majority of rappers, to be fair.
Nothing positive you do. You the reason niggas beating bitches thinking that it's cute. You send niggas to do what you wouldn't even do. Role model, you would never fit to shoot. Just a nigga with emotion, a breastfed bitch. Your aura give me the ick. Niggas like you make me sick. Money, power, guns in a few. Drugged out, crash outs. Make you think you don't want who can lash out. Fuck, benefit of doubt. We all trying to make it out. Try to piece it up with you. You the one that want it clout. Holding on to an image that you want.
Heavy thriller reference right there. The video is crazy. I got to give a lot of props on the video. I think that everything being so well themed. Again, this feels like Black Revolutionary is the theme here. So if I'm to take that and try to apply it to his lyrics, especially this part, which perhaps sheds some light on what's going on, maybe because he's had an awakening himself of like, people look up to me, so maybe I need to watch what I say and how I act. And so maybe he's feeling some type of way because YB's music, you know, does tend to still be very violent and aggressive, which, you know, I'm personally not a fan of either. I like his, you know, emotional pain stuff, but it just still feels odd because it's, you know, you're also doing it in a way where in the song you're threatening violence against him, which is probably also not role model-esque behavior, if that makes sense.
Trying to make it out, try to piece it up with you. You the one that want it clout, holding on to an image that you ain't really living. Everybody that you rap on, I know who really did it. Can you feel it? The rich one wanna visit. Judgment Day around the corner to create a living. Purposely making decisions to promote more violence and bringing more death to his innocent children. When I do it, it's different. When he do it, it's ending. I'm in love with the art. He tearing people apart. Embrace my light and my dark. Why he ain't doing his part? Why he ain't doing his part? right here on this part. Man, down. Clean up on the out tray, nigga. If you cross that line, don't
Clean up on aisle tray, 4K tray. Okay.
down. Clean up on the out tray, nigga. If you cross that line, don't step any further. Step any further, nigga. Man, down. Clean up on the out tray, nigga. If you cross that line, don't step any further.
Okay. The heavy Ali reference there, Ali Boombaye. Running with his head cut off. This is
Clean up on the out tray, nigga. Don't step any further. Clean up on the out tray, nigga. Don't step any further. Clean up on the out tray, nigga. KO.
yeah, this is odd. So let's talk about it in terms of things that I thought were really good. I think whether you like the sound or you don't like the sound, the KO has an earworm quality. Even now, I can feel it dug and burrowed. What? Just imagine I said that word correctly in my brain. KO, KO. I feel like I'm gonna be walking around today saying KO like that. So that's a positive, because if you're making a track and it's something that people remember and are repeating, obviously that's going to help the track. The beat, look, this is an all-time mega, classic beat. The video production, I thought, was fantastic. That was a really high quality video. We had incredible theming, the cuts, just everything I thought in the video was fantastic. Especially because of the video disses that were kind of going on. And it kind of, it's like if you're in tune with what's going on online and in the fan bases and the kind of statements that get made. I mean, you could find those comments even in my comment sections of videos of me reacting to YB. You check the comment sections, you're going to see stuff like that. He's the Tupac of our generation. He's the, he's like, because of this tour going crazy, he's like the Michael Jackson of our generation, and and all these things that people in his fan base say, right? Now, again, I'm not here to say that's true, that's not true. I'm just saying that this is what gets said. And so seeing a lot of those references on there felt like direct, direct shots at that reputation, because in the theme of this video and the way he's done it, all of these things can be seen as, all of these people can be seen as Black revolutionaries trying to move their communities forward. Even, let's say, Tupac, for example, who might be the most controversial in that lens, because of his when you look at his music, he had a lot of music that could have been considered, glorifying or promoting, obviously not the greatest behaviors and actions. But we're complicated as people. We're not just one thing. And a big part of him was trying to uplift his people, his community, move them forward. That was a big part of what Pac wanted to do, especially considering the background that he comes from. It really makes sense, right? His family and like their involvement in terms of different movements and stuff. So it makes a lot of sense. So I almost feel that saying all of this stuff is helping me land on perhaps two reasons why this diss has happened. I think on one hand, as I mentioned earlier in the track, NLE has tried to have a shift in his career and like what he's trying to be about. And so YB obviously being kind of like the you know anti that. YB on the other hand, he's kind of continued to just he had his moment where he was trying to do the stop the violence, which I think he saw huge loss in momentum in his career and his support. So I think he went back to not doing that. So I think that's probably one component. The other component I think will be, from the perspective of what we kind of just broke down, this black revolutionary, and when YB's being compared to these figures in history, perhaps there's some animosity there, and like, why are we making that comparison when, he's not delivering positivity and da da da. Now this is all a matter of perspective, because again, even if you just scroll through the comment section in my reaction videos, people, this is the thing about art. People will see different things. People get different things out of the same piece of art. And there's a lot of people who will probably tell you that listening to YB's music has helped them, or has done great things for them. And, that's true. So this is a challenging situation. I always want to see kind of like clear motives, I guess. When I see disses, it feels kind of like you almost start verging on, is this for clout? Because YB's, on a top 10 rap tour of all time, apparently, is what I saw the other day, which is huge. That's crazy. That's an incredible achievement. He's got mega momentum. He's got people who typically wouldn't talk about this subgenre of rap talking about this subgenre of rap because of how huge his tour is and how well it's doing and how much people are liking his shows. So it kind of feels odd that, it's happening at this time. So I've talked about the positives. I've talked about the motives. I'm going to talk a little bit about what I didn't like as much. I think you choose a Pac beat, but I think the flow was too much trying to sound like Pac, because there's a line of like paying homage in some ways, so having moments where you're delivering like him, but it just felt like too much. And then there was parts where like to be honest, somewhat lost interest in the sound of it. Lyrically, I thought, this is some of the best kind of like rhyme patterns and deliveries and kind of like structure that I've seen from him. But I think the sound I really struggled with, because it was just too much trying to imitate Pac. And it was more about like just the emphasis in certain places and the dragging of words that was very like Pac-esque. So this ended up being a way longer video than I expected, but this is what happens when there's diss stuff going on. I want to understand, and this is my best understanding based on this video. If you guys could comment down below, let me know what's up. I don't know if YB is going to respond to it. I feel like he could just kind of let his kind of momentum and success speak for itself, and just let it go, to be honest, because I'm also not a fan of, beefs in general. I feel like I've become less and less a fan of, but especially in this, category of rap, I feel like it's so much more likely to become a violent thing, and I really just don't want to see that. So, yeah, let me know what you guys thought of it. I know if the YB fans are in here, y'all are gonna be down below. I'm gonna see things about trash. I'm gonna see YB better. I'm sure that's what I'm going to see. So if you guys are still here, I greatly appreciate you spending your time with me. Hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.